Hi everyone and welcome to Paper Pumpkin Week here on Creative Chelsey. Today I'm sharing with you my third alternative card using the January 2024 Paper Pumpkin kit called Lovely Lavender. The projects from this kit are really beautiful and it creates a total of 8 greeting cards, 4 in 2 different designs. It also has enough supplies to make 4 tags. If you would like to watch me unbox this kit and create these cards or see any of my other alternative projects, you can click on the playlist and I'll link it up here in the top right corner. For the card today, I created a lovely little bouquet of flowers and tied it up with a double bow. If you're new to Paper Pumpkin and are interested in getting your own monthly crafting kit, you can subscribe using the link in the description box below. I would love to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and help you with any questions you may have about Paper Pumpkin or Stampin' Up! Products. You can contact me through my email address listed at the bottom of the description in every video. For today's card, you're going to need a couple pieces from the kit. You're going to want the Crumb cake card base. You're going to need some string, about 18 inches of the linen thread, and then another piece that's about 10 inches. So 2 pieces there. You'll want the large green foliage piece. We're going to cut this down so that it fits a little better in our bouquet. You'll also need the large lavender piece, which we're also going to separate and cut, and then one of the smaller pieces here. You will also want the lavender strip that comes in the kit and the square label with the foil edging. From your own stash, you're just going to need a card base, and I'm using thick basic white cardstock. So with the Crumb cake card base, you're going to just cut that in half on the score line, which will be about 4 1/4 inches. And then you're going to trim this down some more. So go ahead and slide it down to 4 inches on one side and then 5 1/4 on the other. Okay. So this is now ready for your card base. And we're going to just add that to the card base with just a little liquid glue and make sure it's nice and even and centered on the front of your card base. We're going to do some stamping on the square label. I'm going to use fresh freesia ink. You can use the gorgeous Grape. It's just a little dark and I wanted something a little lighter. I'm going to just go ahead and ink it up full strength and place the top of this fun leaf stamp in the top right corner and stamp it. So you'll get something like this. And then we're going to stamp it again in the bottom left corner. So the 2 ends are going to kind of be meeting. And this is just going to kind of peek out underneath our strip. So it's going to look something like this. Next, I'm going to stamp the greeting, and I'm going to do that in garden green. The reason I chose this nice dark green color is because I really wanted it to stand out from all the purple that will be on the card. So I'm just going to place it up a little bit higher and in that opening created by those 2 leaves, just like that. And we'll just put that off to this side, and we're going to do some trimming on these lavender pieces. So this large one, I'm just going to trim right off the bottom here. And then the medium one, I'm going to just cut along each side to kind of fussy cut out the stem. And then we're going to do the same to the flowers. And I'm going to just get a little closer to the flower on the right side so that it's a nice smooth cut, and do the same here. So I'm going to go to the bottom of that flower petal, go in just a little further than the die cut already is, and then I can kind of come up and around to really smooth that out to make it look seamless. And that's going to separate those two from each other and look pretty good. And then on this last one, kind of the same thing, fussy cut it from that base on both sides, and then finish trimming off these little pieces that might have been left over when you separated it. Just do your best to make it look natural and go with the flow of the die cut. Okay. So those 3 pieces are now separate. We're only going to be using 2. So one of them is the smaller single piece from the kit. So that's this one here. And then the second one I'm using is the medium size, not the large or the small. Okay, so go ahead and put those other ones off to the side. We'll use those in a future alternative. For this one, we are going to separate some leaves here, and we're going to separate this section here at the top. So let me just show you which ones. So if we look at it, we've got this left branch, and then coming out of the leaf here, we have 3 more branches, and we're going to use that 3 branch for our card. So I'm going to go ahead and come down to this leaf and just separate the bottom of that branch from the leaf. Okay, so that's separate here. And then you just need to separate the top of this leaf from that one. And if you just follow the shape of the leaves, it looks pretty good. If you need to go in and just kind of change up the shape just a little bit, you can. Okay, so there's that separated. And then here we're going to separate these 2. So for this one, this is the bottom one that's on the right branch. I'm just going to kind of go straight up the branch, and then I can go in and curve that leaf just a little bit more. And then for this one, I'm going to go with the shape on the right side. So get close to the bottom of that leaf and then just kind of shape it so that that one looks good. And then I can go back to this one and just kind of create a new shape for that leaf. Okay. So really, it's quite easy to kind of separate those leaves from that main branch. So that's the one we're going to be using for the card. So let me show you how I put these on the label. So the first step is to add some dimensionals to the back of your flower die cuts. And I'm just using half sizes here because they fit a little bit better. With that larger one, I'm going to add it first so that it's hugging the greeting. And it's okay if it goes off the top or the bottom. We can trim that down a little bit more if we need to. Maybe I'm going to just trim that a little bit. Then we're going to lay the leaf on top. Okay, so just kind of place it. I'm going to place it so that the bottom edge is near the bottom of the flower here. So it's not going to go all the way down. And then I'm going to take my second one, and I didn't put any adhesive on these leaves, but the adhesive on here will kind of hold that one down, and that one can also kind of come off a little bit on the right side. So you can see how that has kind of adhered the green piece down. Now, if you want, you can tuck your purple strip underneath and just, you know, kind of tie your bow like that. That's an option. I kind of liked having it be on top. So you can kind of choose which one you like. So before I add that purple strip, I'm going to take 18 inches of linen thread and I'm going to wrap it around this piece here. It can be a little tricky because the piece is so thin. So if you need to use a little adhesive or something to help you hold it in place, you can. Just keep in mind you might want to move the bow once it's tied so that it's a little closer to the bouquet. So I'm going to go ahead and tie a knot just to hold things in place. I'm going to make sure my ends are somewhat close to the same length. I don't want one that's too long. Okay, so there is my linen thread, and I am going to move it so that it is maybe an inch or so in from the edge. It should be close to the bouquet. That's kind of what we're looking for here. Okay, so once that's in place, you can add some dimensionals if you want to the back to hold it. I'm just going to go ahead and finish tying my bow. So we're going to take another piece of linen thread. This one's 10 inches. Lay it across the knot that you just created, and we're going to tie one more time around that loose piece. Like that, and then you're going to take your ends of the one that's in the center just to make sure that it's even on both sides. And once you've done that, you're going to separate it and connect two pieces together. Okay, so now I have two pieces in each hand, and I'm going to tie a bow. It's a really quick and simple way to get a double bow. And I really love the effect, especially with linen thread when you maybe want something a little thicker, but you also love linen thread like I do. And so it kind of gives you the best of both worlds is when you can do a double bow. Okay, so once that's down, we're going to go ahead and add this to our card with some dimensionals. And I'm going to use my grid to kind of help me make sure everything's lined up where I want it. So you just want a little bit of the bottom to be peeking out underneath that piece there. And then we'll add more dimensionals to the back and pop it up on our card. So just kind of eyeball where you want that to go. It should sit, the edges of the purple strip should be flush with the crumb cake piece, because they are the same width. So I'm going to place mine right about there. And you can add embellishments if you like, but your card is all done. I hope you enjoyed watching me create this simple and elegant card. If you're interested in getting written instructions or close-up images on how I created this card, you can visit my blog, creativechelsey.com. If you're interested in subscribing to get your own paper pumpkin, please do so using the link below. Thanks so much for watching. Have a creative day. Bye.